Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Vaipo. We're going to be watching another game from Dreamhack 2015. This game is going to be between PtitDrogo and Happy. We are going to be watching on Orbital Shipyard. So we're going to start with PtitDrogo. We're going to do a little bit of background history and a little bit of details about him as well, since this is the first time that I have, or the first part of the series. So this is the best of three. And PtitDrogo, I've seen a bit of history about him. He seems to be ranging about as far as 2013. Where he became famous by defeating Snoot, who is, I believe, a famous Zerg player, if I'm not mistaken. He is on Team mYinsanity at the moment. He's from France. His most recent achievement is actually for coming second place in the Asus ROG Summer 2015, winning $3,000, and that is actually a bit earlier this year. I think it was about October, if I'm not mistaken. Happy, I have actually cast him before. He is been active in Starcraft 2 since about 2011. He's currently on no team, previously on Team Empire. He is from Russia. His most recent achievement is Fragbite Master Season 4, where he came second place, and that was $3,000 achieved at that point. So here we go. We have a barracks coming out from Happy quite early on. Let's see what we're going to be seeing out of this. No early command center also, which I suppose is quite standard with Terrans these days. I mean, it seems that if you sit there and you turtle, you get quite successful results, just simply because you don't really need those extra bases for production. The production buildings are the important ones themselves. So obviously a full block off going here. Well, I suppose maybe not obviously, but it is quite common that you would see that from Terrans, particularly against Zerg, but in this case obviously against the Protoss. So we have Cybernetics Core and a gateway coming down, a second pylon of course, and we do have the Nexus quite close to completion. It's about 60% right now, so he's going to be pushing ahead on the economy ahead of Happy. So let's see how we are going to progress here. The factory coming down, or rather almost done at this stage. 2 minutes into the match. I need to start remembering some of these timings, because obviously different timings mean different things. Let's have a quick look, see what everyone sees. Nothing really visible here other than the usual stuff. He doesn't actually see the expansion, but I assume based on the numbers here, he probably knows exactly what this is. Or not the numbers, based on the timings. Just spreading out his base a little bit. He does have a starport building. I'm quite interested in seeing what exactly is going to be the progression and the purpose of this starport. Is he going to just use it for medevacs? Last time I saw a Widow Mine going down, it was actually a Marine Marauder, mostly Marine, and a few medevacs play. So there we go. We do have a medevac coming out right now. Just a few Marines. He's probably going to end up sending or loading up these Marines and just sending them off down to, or up to the Protoss base up the north. Let's see what exactly is going to happen here. There is an Adept. Let's have a quick look. Will the Widow Mine kill it in one hit? I do believe that is in fact the case. 125 plus 35, which is a total of 160, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 160 damage. Let's have a quick look. How much does he have? 150, so he would actually indeed get taken out by one Widow Mine hit. A little bit squishy, the Adepts, but of course very, very annoying to deal with. So there we go. We do have the medevac loaded up with one Widow Mine and 6 Marines. Let's see what he's going to pull off here. Let's look at the defense also. We do have, oh, this is very vulnerable here. If he manages to take out this pylon, and I believe he can, there's only 2 Adepts defending against this. If he manages to kill this pylon, he would very, very much do a lot of damage here. Ooh, very dangerous. Overchargers coming off here. The medevac is forced, of course, to back off, putting off this this Widow Mine down at the bottom. I would have expected him to put it up here or something, just to make it a little bit, you know, able to see things better. This is getting spotted by the observer pretty much straight away, so that is an interesting situation now. Is he going to use this to his advantage, or is he just going to basically not engage it at all? Oh, look at that. It's actually out of range. This is beautiful. So now the Widow Mine able to actually get taken out. I do believe that it's going to get taken out before it burrows. There again, there we go. A third Nexus coming down quite early here. Ooh, let's see what's going on here. The Marines dropping down just to do a bit of damage. I believe that these Marines would end up taking out the Stalkers if microed correctly, but oh my god, there we go, we have 2 Stalkers coming from behind. Are they going to catch up? No, they're not, but the Marines of course getting taken out at this point. Nothing they could do there. Medevac just backing on away with 3 of the survivors, and the other guys not living to tell the tale. Robotics Bay coming down. Are we going to see a few Disruptors coming out, or are we going to see Colossus? It really depends what exactly the Terran player is going to be building. Seeing a few Marauders popping out on the field, a few more being produced here. We do have STEM coming down as well, and Blink from the Protoss player up the top. So let's see what we're having here. A few Marines here. This is probably going to get repaired here before it actually gets destroyed, because looking at that thing, it's like the engines are going to fall off and the whole thing will just get blown up altogether. Pulling off 4 SCVs to defend that. Obviously he really wants this thing to be ready and back much faster than, you know, with 1 SCV, and of course sacrificing a few minerals and basically the mining time from the SCVs. So 2 medevacs in this occasion, just 1 Marine missing there, just an empty seat. I suppose maybe they left it out of respect for one of their fallen comrades. Ooh, 2 Widow Mines coming up here. They are actually getting spotted straight away, getting taken out with 2 overcharges on the pylon. Very well spotted by PtitDrogo. Catching out Happy very well. Oh, this medevac gonna get taken out. Didn't really have that many units, but he does actually have a Widow Mine here. Do we have an observer nearby anywhere? Not at the moment. There is a second observer as far as I remember on the field. Let's look at the units tab. Where? Oh, there's 3 actually. Oh, there it is. It's gonna get spotted out now. Not going to be able to do much about this. Widow Mine just sitting there. Oh, these Marines are loaded up and ready. They are possibly going to take out this pylon. Going to deny 3 gateways at the very beginning. This could be very dangerous for PtitDrogo if... Oh, a Colossus popping out just in time. This is perfect. On one side, the Colossus tech has now been revealed. On the other hand, he is able to quite easily defend against this Marine force. Now, a lot of pylons being thrown down here just to prevent this from happening again. He might want to do the same here. I mean, this is pretty much all of his tech right now. Just to confirm, there's only the robotics facility, or robotics bay rather, left. 2 forges here, not really too worried about them. But if this gets taken out, he would lose a lot of production capability, particularly because of the cybernetics core. That prevents Stalkers from being built. So 4 gateways here, being supported by 1 pylon. Never a great idea to support so many buildings with just 1 pylon, as we saw in this case here. If that Colossus wasn't going to pop out there, I believe that they would have stayed for a little bit longer before backing on out. But we're going to see how this is going to progress. A 3rd base coming down here for Happy. Quite interested to see this. Maybe it'll be a longer game. We have had quite a few very short games in the last few days, which is still awesome. I like the way the games are very quick to cast. On the other hand, I do like to see a nice long macro game from pretty much any race, particularly Zerg, because you always see such short Zerg games. For example, the Zerg versus Zerg meta, I believe, is so toxic right now. It's just like 12 pooling, 14 pooling, and Baneling busts and all this kind of stuff, which I suppose Baneling busts not so much anymore, but I don't really like the Zerg versus Zerg meta, and I'm sure that I'm not the only person that believes in that. Of course, if you disagree, you know, leave some sort of comment below, say why you do like it, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's something that I should like, I don't know. So here we go, we do have a Marine here. He is going to end up spotting that there is a 4th base coming out. The question is, will Happy punish this? Ooh, there we go, we have 2 Liberators on the field now, just defending this. Sorry, there's actually 4 here, my mistake. Didn't actually spot those guys. So Liberators, very good, very hard to deal with as well. I believe that that PtitDrogo is going to actually need to get a few air units to deal with that more efficiently, or of course use the Stalkers to blink in behind the defender mode and pretty much defend against that. So let's see, just 1 Liberator here left. These attacks, I believe they do 85 damage if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is actually, it's this bit here, so 85 damage with defender mode. Let's see what is going to happen here. I believe he's going to just leave them here in case there's a Protoss counterattack, but he is going to try to punish whatever's going on here. Ooh, these 4 Liberators, and I would say this is just 2 loaded medevacs. I suppose the other 1 is here, just kind of to...
Glorious combat is upon us.
To basically just support the healing. Now this did get spotted, so I assume he's going to bring on his Stalkers here. There we go, there's a few Zealots, not really going to be able to defend though, so let's see what's going to happen here. There is 1 overcharge, 2 overcharges. Again, this is what I meant with the pylons. You need to have more than 1 pylon defending against you know, against any sort of quick snipes of the pylons. So there's a lot of damage here going on. Let's zoom out just a little bit. All of these defenders, or all of these liberators getting taken out. Nothing they can do at this stage, trying to take out the Colossus, but the Colossus have so much health, not able to even pull off a single one. There's 3 Colossus on the field now. This guy is just, you know, waddling away. I mean, he has such long legs. I would assume that if this guy was so damaged, he would have just fallen over and just fired from the ground and not being able to move much. But as you can see here, now starting to reinforce with additional pylons just in case these situations happen again. So let's have a look over here. This Adept actually walking without even attacking. He probably will be able to, or she, I think it's a she, will be able to take out these Marines because they do 2 shots. So there we go. Another base coming out here. That's the 4th base coming from the Terran player. A little bit behind the Protoss, but as you can see, the Protoss is not actually fully saturated yet. A little bit oversaturated here, so you might want to pull these off. A little bit undersaturated here, a little bit under here as well. Oh, this defender circle here just standing there and potentially gonna do a little bit of damage. Not too much though. I wonder, is he gonna overcharge? He is totally gonna overcharge this and just take that Liberator out. Watch this now. Up, up, up. Oh, it's not quite in range. Nah. Oh my god, it is so close. He is so close to getting caught out there, and it does look like he's going to back up here. Oh, they're going to catch him out now. Not quite getting that defender circle up. And there we go. We do have a Protoss ball. This was a lot scarier in Heart of the Swarm and Wings of Liberty, where we used to call this the Protoss Death Ball, except for instead of Adepts, I believe there was Immortals and Void Rays, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's right. And of course Sentries as well. Sentries seem to have actually dropped off quite a significant amount in Legacy of the Void. You don't see them used for the Guardian Shields. You instead see them used for blocking off these ramps. So again, do loads of damage to the pylons. Really happy to take out pylons, no pun intended there. What was the actual skill called? Warp time warp. Other way around. Being popped on the ramp to try to prevent them from going in there. A lot of defender circles on the ground here. I believe that is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total Liberators here. Just gonna probably do the slow progression here. It's something that you'd see with tanks as well. I'm not quite sure what Drogo can actually do here, or PtitDrogo, but we're gonna see this progress slowly. I do believe this base is going to be completely denied by Happy over here. There's not that many medevacs, a lot of units that are kind of semi-injured here, so the Colossus could potentially have quite a field day taking these out. Let's have a look at their kills. 1 Colossus with 0 kills, 1 with 6, and 1 with 2. So not doing that great in terms of that. I suppose their range not quite enough to you know, counteract these defender circles. So there we go, GG called. Very good gameplay from Happy, taking out PtitDrogo using the defender circles and the Liberators. So as I was saying before, the Liberators very difficult to deal with for Protoss. I believe that at the moment the Protoss don't really have anything very significant for dealing with them that's very easily obtainable. For example, the Terrans, they can just either build their own Liberators, or they can, I don't know, I suppose maybe Marine rush them, because, you know, it kind of hits 1 unit. It'll one-shot a Marine, but, you know, with a few Marines you should be able to defend it. You do also have Vikings, which could potentially take it out, and usually people have the tech quite early on. And Zerg, of course, the most easy way to obtain anti-Liberator is just build a bunch of Ravagers. 3 shots, or I think it's 3 shots if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 3 shots would eventually take care of a Liberator, and that's pretty much that. So that's pretty much it. I'll end this video here, doing a very good job here defending with the Liberators. I'll end the video again. I'm sorry for keeping on talking. I just cannot force myself to stop. So please, if you liked the video, do leave it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, leave or subscribe yourself to my channel if you haven't done so already. And I will see you guys in the next video. Good luck, take care, sorry for the long outro, bye bye.